All right, everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well. This manicure set me for a loop, not because, it is rather time consuming and at points difficult, kind of, but for whatever reason, the polish didn't cure the first time around. It is quite involved. I've made the decision to do my right hand off camera this time because for whatever reason I can't get the setup right. I'm always off camera. So at least with this one I will be in frame because the camera is right here and is more center focused. But I think, yellow in general is very difficult to cure. Forgive my cuticles at the moment, but I think I was putting it on too thick and it didn't cure. I went and did 2 coats on each finger, and when I went to do my pinky with the snakeskin print, I wiped it because I didn't like the way it came out, and then I saw that the green underneath was very soft and didn't cure. So then I went and checked my other fingers, and sure enough, all except my middle finger were undercured, so I had to take everything off and start all over. So we are going to not do that with the left hand. We are going to make sure that we cure everything properly. I did cure for 60 seconds instead of 30 seconds, even though Apres colors should only need 30 seconds, but I wanted to make sure everything was properly cured. And you have to make sure that you put on the, sorry, I'm just looking at something on my thumb. You want to make sure that you put these colors on exceedingly thin. So we are going to do that this time around. It's also always slightly cold in this room, which makes the colors very thick. So I just need to be aware of that, not only when doing my own nails, but when working on clients. So we're going to do 2 coats on each finger. As this is a little on the thicker side, I'm relatively confident that it's not going to pull into my cuticles. So I'm going to go ahead and do my middle finger right away so we can try to speed up this process. All right, so we're going to go pop that in for 60 seconds instead of 30, and then we're going to move on to the green.
Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Undercover
we've got our 2 coats down. Now we're going to start in with the design. I'm going to start with my pinky since it's the easiest part of the design. Going in with blooming gel, and I'm just going to do a really thin coat, and we're going to do part 1 of the snake skin because I'm layering it. So a thin coat, I'm using Makartt's blooming gel. Then I'm taking my smaller dotting tool and some blue, and I'm just going to dot it on. Let it spread until it gets to the point that you like it. And then go ahead and cure it in the lamp. Now to repeat that process, another thin layer. We're just going to do the same thing we just did, but with yellow. All right, going into the thumb, we are doing flowers, and I think I'm going to reverse. Ooh, what happened here? Is that on top? Got a piece of gel that bubbled on top. I'm going to have to sand that down and retop. Pain in the butt, but I'm going to do green here and blue here instead of blue and green. And that was done with a dotting tool and a liner brush. So we're going to do 5 dots. And then taking our liner brush, we're just going to pull them into a teardrop shape. I'm going to make sure they touch in the center, so it kind of has that 1970s floral feel. I'm going to widen it a little bit, so I'm just taking a little bit more gel on the brush. So if you want to go ahead and cure, I'm going to go right in with the blue and do the same thing. If you want to make things easier on yourself as a guide, you can draw lines down from the center so that you have a reference point. That's actually a pretty good, cool design also. That 1950s style starburst. Going to pop this in the lamp to cure, and then we'll put the center and the flowers in. All right, moving right along to the next nail, we're going to move on to the pointer finger, and we're going to line it with yellow. So I'm taking my 11 millimeter liner brush. I'm going to clean it, and then I'm going to go in with my yellow. So we're just going to go from the top around in whichever direction is comfortable to you. Making sure you edge it all the way and cover up the green.
We let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the
Okay, once you have the edge done, go ahead and put marker lines. 1/3 of the way down and then 2/3 of the way down. And you're going to draw those lines straight across.
building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand.
And then you're going to round them out.
We lose track of time. Let up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond dawn. A bigger scale, the world inhales as we go.
I'm just going around and I'm evening it out, making sure there's no sharp edges, making the lines as thick, or I should say as wide as I want them.
Easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond dawn. Dream.
I'm trying not to ruin it with my pinky.
Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond dawn.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and outline my middle finger now also before I put in the accent on the pointer finger. The pointer finger is just a dot at each. Actually, no, I lied. There's some highlighting on it with the blue. So for the pointer finger, what I want to do is, again, with my long liner brush, I want to just kind of semi-accent the curves. So we're going to alternate doing the right top, the left top, the right bottom, and the left bottom. And then I want to go in with the dotting tool. I think I used this one. Just go right in the center. Just like so. Now, I don't really like the way I did the flowers on my right hand, but I want my right and my left to match, so I'm just going to do it the same way. But I'm going to alternate the placement of the flowers. So instead of using the dotting tool, I used just my liner brush, and I just did like pointed ovals. Probably going to come out better on my left hand anyway because I am right hand dominant. So once again, we're going to go in with the dotting tool to do the center of our flowers. Just going to use the smallest dotting tool since these are pretty small flowers. Alternating the colors, green on blue and blue on green. And then we'll move on to the final nail. This went a lot faster than my right hand, I can assure you that. Last finger, our checkerboard, and we are going to be doing it in a wavy pattern. So starting at the top left, going across at a curve, and then coming back down. We're just going to repeat those lines equally spaced. That's okay. Those come a little close together at the edge, but I'm not fussed about it. So then we're going to do the same thing going in the other direction. And go ahead and cure that before you fill them in. I'm going down to my 5mm, and I'm just going to go in and fill in every other. Okay, I stopped recording at some point. I don't know where. I will see in the playback. I hope I recorded actually doing the first layer, but I went in and did a second coat of the yellow and realized I had left out a square. I actually have a weird patch here where it's not really a clear delineation, so I'm going to go back in with more green and fix it and separate out those squares, or diamonds as they are. All right, absolute last step before we go and top coat, and actually I'm going to base coat and top coat, just level things out. Go ahead and go in with some blue dots where the corners meet. Beyond gravel, beyond
miles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes.
Okay, finishing up with some hand cream. I'll show you the set in a moment, but cuticles first as always. And this is the finished set. I am going to go in with some oil. This is just oil that I got at the supply store. It comes in a 128 ounce bottle. Smells like pineapple. It's divine. Do need to wash my hands. I've got something black all over them. I don't know what. But that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought. If you have any questions as to any of the techniques I used in this video or any of the products I used, please drop a comment down below. If you have any suggestions for upcoming content. And all the products will be listed in the description box below. Thank you once again. I know this one is probably a little bit on the longer side, but it was a lot of fun. I do need to fix this. There's a piece of gel on my nail, but I don't think I'm going to worry about that tonight because it's been a long day. I'm tired. I want to go home. But anyway, that's going to take us to the end. So once again, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.